Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? Eating whole wheat bread, choosing low-fat yogurt, sipping on fruit juice instead of soda, only to find yourself feeling more tired, more sluggish, and even weaker than before? If you're over 60 and trying to stay strong, active, and independent, this might come as a surprise. Some of the foods we've been told are healthy for decades could actually be working against your body. It's not your fault. Food marketing is powerful and confusing. We're surrounded by labels like heart healthy, low fat, made with whole grains, or light, and naturally we gravitate toward what sounds good for us. But here's the truth. After age 60, your body changes. Your metabolism slows, your muscles need more support, and your ability to process sugar and carbohydrates becomes less efficient. That means foods that used to work just fine may now be causing hidden inflammation, blood sugar crashes, and even accelerated muscle loss. In today's video, we're going to uncover 7 surprising foods that are commonly seen as healthy, but that could be silently sabotaging your strength, energy, and stability. These are the kinds of foods that sneak into your kitchen because they're convenient or familiar. But if you're not careful, they can leave you feeling weaker with each passing year. Don't worry, we're not here to take away all your favorite foods. Instead, we'll help you spot the traps, understand what's really going on inside your body, and give you simple, smarter alternatives that truly support your muscle health and vitality. So if you're serious about staying strong and independent in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, make sure to stick with us through to the end of this video. I know you are a person who likes to watch videos quietly. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, now is a good time to do it because you are a kind person. If the video is helpful, press 1. If the video is not good enough or needs improvement, press 2. Thanks everyone. Now let's get started. Number 40, sugary breakfast cereals, a sweet start that drains your strength. For years, Alice, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Ohio, began her mornings with what she thought was a healthy breakfast. A bowl of whole grain cereal with a splash of milk and a sliced banana. The box proudly displayed labels like heart healthy, made with whole grains, and fortified with vitamins. She felt good about her choice. After all, she wasn't eating donuts or greasy bacon. But over time, Alice began feeling more fatigued in the mornings. Her energy dipped by mid-morning, and she found herself needing snacks earlier and earlier just to make it to lunch. Her arms and legs didn't feel as strong as they used to, and walking upstairs became more tiring. When she finally mentioned it to her doctor, the response surprised her. Let's talk about your breakfast. Sugary breakfast cereals are one of the most deceptive healthy foods on the market, especially for older adults. Many are marketed with health-forward buzzwords like whole grain, high fiber, or vitamin enriched. But when you flip the box and read the nutrition label, you'll often find something alarming. 10, 15, even 20 grams of sugar per serving. And that's before you add milk, fruit, or a second bowl. For someone over 60, that amount of sugar at the start of the day can be more harmful than helpful. The problem with starting your day with a sugar-heavy cereal isn't just the spike in blood sugar, it's what comes after. When you eat a high-sugar breakfast, your blood glucose rises rapidly, triggering your body to release insulin to bring it back down. This roller coaster of spikes and crashes doesn't just make you feel tired and hungry again. It also promotes inflammation, damages muscle tissue, and over time, contributes to insulin resistance, a major factor in age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia. That morning cereal, instead of fueling your day, may actually be setting you up for weakness. And it's not just the sugar. Many of these cereals are low in protein and healthy fat, which are both essential for preserving muscle mass and keeping you full. Without those macronutrients, your muscles don't get the raw materials they need to repair, maintain strength, or grow stronger. You may feel full for an hour, but your body is missing what it truly needs, and that can leave you feeling tired, foggy, and less capable over time. When Alice learned all this, she was shocked, but also empowered. She didn't want to start her day in a way that drained her energy or weakened her body. So she made a simple change. She swapped her sugary cereal for a bowl of steel-cut oats, topped with chopped nuts, chia seeds, and cinnamon, and added a hard-boiled egg on the side. Within a few weeks, she noticed she felt steadier on her feet in the mornings, had fewer energy crashes, and didn't crave mid-morning snacks like before. Her body responded to the nourishment, and her muscles did too. If cereal is your go-to breakfast, take a closer look at what's really in the box. Don't be fooled by clever marketing. Look for options with less than 6 grams of sugar, at least 5 grams of fiber, and a good amount of protein. Or better yet, build your own breakfast bowl using oats, Greek yogurt, eggs, or a protein smoothie. Starting your day with real, whole, muscle-supporting foods can transform the way you feel throughout the day, especially after 60. So the next time you pour that bowl of cereal, ask yourself, is this feeding my strength or stealing it? In the next section, we'll explore another healthy-looking food that might be doing more harm than good. Flavored milk and fruit yogurts that sound nutritious, but could be flooding your body with sugar and inflammation. Let's take a closer look. Number 2, flavored milk and yogurt, sweetened health foods that harm your muscles. Gloria, a 70-year-old retired nurse from Florida, always made an effort to eat right. She avoided fast food, kept her portions modest, and proudly told her friends she drank milk every day to keep her bones strong. Her favorite was strawberry-flavored milk, sweet, creamy, and comforting. She also had a habit of enjoying fruit-flavored yogurt as a light snack, believing it was a good source of calcium and protein. But despite these habits, Gloria found herself feeling weaker and more fatigued. Her arms didn't have the strength they once did, and she was getting winded more easily during her evening walks. When she sat down with a dietitian, the truth stunned her. Those seemingly healthy dairy products were quietly sabotaging her strength. Flavored milk and fruit yogurts are often advertised as good sources of calcium and protein, nutrients that are essential for seniors. And while that's partially true, the part that often gets ignored is the amount of added sugar these products contain. 1 cup of flavored milk can have over 20 grams of sugar, and some popular yogurt brands contain even more, as much as a slice of cake. For older adults whose bodies are more sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations and inflammation, that sugar load can do real damage. Here's what happens. When you consume high-sugar dairy products, your body experiences a rapid spike in blood glucose, followed by a crash that can leave you tired, hungry, and irritable. But the effects don't stop there. Excess sugar creates inflammation, which interferes with muscle repair, weakens your immune response, and worsens conditions like arthritis and insulin resistance. Your muscles need a steady supply of amino acids and anti-inflammatory nutrients to stay strong. Flooding your system with sugar does the opposite. It starves your muscle tissues of what they need to stay firm and functional. Even worse, many seniors think they're getting a high-protein snack when they grab a yogurt cup. But the truth is, most flavored yogurts contain very little protein, some just 3 or 4 grams, compared to Greek yogurt, which can offer up to 15 or more. That means you're getting sugar, flavoring, and artificial thickeners, but not the building blocks your muscles actually require. Gloria felt frustrated when she first learned this. "I thought I was doing the right thing," she said. But with guidance, she didn't give up dairy. She just made better choices. She switched from flavored milk to plain unsweetened almond milk and added a dash of cinnamon or vanilla extract at home. She replaced her fruit-flavored yogurts with plain Greek yogurt and added fresh berries and a drizzle of honey for sweetness. She also paired her snacks with a few almonds or a slice of turkey breast to boost protein. Within just a few weeks, she felt more energized and steady. Her sugar cravings dropped, and she began noticing her legs felt stronger on walks. The takeaway here isn't that milk or yogurt are bad, it's that not all versions are created equal. When dairy products are overly processed and loaded with sugar, they shift from being nourishing to being harmful, especially for older adults whose bodies can no longer buffer these effects as easily. If you want to support your muscles, bones, and energy, choose unsweetened, high-protein, whole food versions. Look for yogurts with at least 10 grams of protein and no added sugar, or add your own flavor with cinnamon, fruit, or chia seeds. So the next time you reach for that pink milk or that fruit on the bottom yogurt cup, take a moment to read the label. Is it feeding your strength or slowly eroding it? In the next section, we'll dive into another sneaky source of sugar and poor nutrition, granola bars and so-called energy bars. They're sold as healthy fuel, but are they really helping or hurting your muscles? Let's find out. Number 40. Number 3. Granola and energy bars. Healthy-looking snacks that fail your muscles. Frank, a 68-year-old retired engineer from California, liked to stay busy. Whether he was gardening, fixing things around the house, or walking his dog, he needed quick snacks that he could grab and go. His pantry was filled with granola bars and energy bars, many with labels like whole grain, low fat, or fiber rich. He believed these were smarter options than candy or chips. But over time, Frank noticed that his arms were getting thinner and his legs didn't have the strength or stability they once had. He often felt tired by mid-afternoon and had trouble recovering from even light physical activity. When he brought it up during a wellness check, his doctor asked a simple question: "What do your snacks look like?" Granola bars and energy bars are some of the most misleading products in the grocery store, especially for older adults trying to eat clean. They look healthy, they sound healthy, but many are actually just candy bars in disguise. Packed with added sugars, refined oils, artificial sweeteners, and minimal protein, these snacks can spike your blood sugar, drain your energy, and do very little to protect or support your muscles. The first red flag is sugar. Lots of it. Some bars contain 15 to 25 grams of added sugar, often in the form of syrups like corn syrup, brown rice syrup, or agave. This much sugar causes blood glucose to rise rapidly, forcing your body to pump out insulin to control it. For seniors who are already more prone to insulin resistance, this can mean more fat storage, more inflammation, and less muscle preservation. Sugar doesn't help your muscles recover. It actually blocks the process of protein synthesis and increases oxidative stress, leading to weakness and fatigue over time. The second issue is lack of high-quality protein. Many granola bars contain only 2 to 5 grams of protein, nowhere near enough to fuel or rebuild muscle tissue. For seniors, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing protein, which means you need more, not less, to maintain strength. A snack that doesn't include at least 8 to 12 grams of protein may give you a short burst of energy, but it will leave your muscles starved and your body more prone to breakdown. Frank was surprised to learn that his healthy granola bars were actually causing energy crashes and robbing his muscles of support. He made a few easy changes. He replaced store-bought bars with DIY snacks like Greek yogurt with walnuts, boiled eggs with sliced fruit, or peanut butter on whole grain toast. He also found a few high-protein bars with no more than 5 grams of sugar and at least 12 grams of protein. Within weeks, Frank felt a difference. His energy became steadier, his muscle recovery improved, and he no longer needed to power nap just to get through the afternoon. The key lesson? Convenience doesn't always mean nourishment. As we age, every snack matters, and the food you eat between meals can either support your strength or quietly chip away at it. So next time you reach for that chewy bar with a pretty wrapper and promises of energy, flip it over. Read the label. Look for high protein, low sugar, and simple ingredients. Or better yet, prepare a few reliable snacks at home that you know will keep your muscles and your mind functioning at their best. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at fruit juices, another item many seniors consider a healthy choice, but one that could be flooding your system with sugar and no real nutrition. Let's see how this liquid habit might be weakening your strength one sip at a time. Number 4, fruit juices, a sweet sip that slowly weakens your strength. Eleanor, a 73-year-old grandmother from Arizona, always thought fruit juice was a smart and healthy choice. Every morning, she poured herself a glass of orange juice to go with her breakfast, thinking it was full of vitamins and good for her immune system. When she felt low on energy during the day, she'd grab a bottle of apple juice or a smoothie blend from the store. It seemed natural. Fruit is healthy, right? But as the months passed, Eleanor noticed her energy crashing quickly, her balance getting worse, and her muscles feeling weaker, even though she hadn't changed her daily walk routine. A nutritionist at her senior wellness group helped her uncover the hidden truth. Fruit juice might be causing more harm than help. Fruit juice, whether it's orange, apple, grape, or a fancy green blend smoothie from the store, has long been considered a healthy beverage. But for seniors, especially those trying to maintain muscle and energy, juice can be a sneaky sugar bomb that strips your body of strength. The main problem? It's missing the fiber. Whole fruit contains fiber, which slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream and helps you feel full. But when fruit is juiced, the fiber is removed, leaving behind a concentrated liquid full of natural sugars, often just as much sugar as a can of soda. 1 cup of orange juice can contain up to 22 grams of sugar, and bottled smoothies often pack even more. For aging bodies that are more sensitive to sugar, this leads to rapid spikes and crashes in blood sugar, which drains your energy, disrupts metabolism, and contributes to inflammation and muscle loss. When you consume juice without protein or fiber, your blood sugar shoots up, and your body responds with a surge of insulin. Over time, repeated insulin spikes can lead to insulin resistance, which makes it harder for your body to use nutrients properly and harder to build or maintain muscle. That means more fat is stored, less muscle is preserved, and your energy becomes unpredictable. For seniors who are already fighting natural muscle loss, sarcopenia, this is especially dangerous. Another issue is that juice doesn't fill you up, even though it contains a lot of calories. This can lead to overeating later in the day or grabbing sugary snacks because your body never felt truly nourished. And while juice may provide some vitamins like vitamin C, it lacks protein, healthy fats, and the fiber your body needs for sustained strength and digestion. Once Eleanor understood what was happening, she didn't cut out fruit. She just started eating it whole instead of drinking it. She swapped her morning orange juice for a small bowl of fresh fruit with plain Greek yogurt. She added a handful of almonds or a boiled egg to her snack instead of a bottled smoothie. She began drinking water or unsweetened herbal tea with meals. Within just a few weeks, Eleanor noticed her blood sugar stayed steadier. She had fewer energy crashes, and she felt more balanced on her feet. Her doctor even noted slight improvements in her strength and stamina at her next checkup. The takeaway here is simple. Whole fruit nourishes. Fruit juice floods. If you enjoy fruit, eat it in its natural form. Apple slices with the skin, berries in your oatmeal, bananas with peanut butter. These choices give you the vitamins and fiber without the sugar overload. And if you crave something to sip, try infused water with lemon or berries, or blend your own smoothies at home with vegetables and protein for real fuel. So next time you reach for a bottle of juice that says 100% natural, ask yourself, is this helping my muscles or hiding a sugar spike that could make me weaker? In the next section, we'll uncover a trap many well-meaning seniors fall into, choosing low-fat or diet foods that promise health, but are loaded with additives, sodium, and hidden ingredients that can damage your strength and vitality. Let's dig in. Number 5, low-fat or diet foods, weak on nutrients, strong on damage. After his doctor warned him about cholesterol and blood pressure, he made a big shift in his eating habits. He started buying low-fat cheese, fat-free salad dressings, and microwavable diet meals labeled as heart smart or low-calorie. He thought he was doing the right thing by cutting down on fat and calories, but something strange began to happen. He felt weaker. His muscles ached more. And even though he was eating light, he was losing strength faster than ever before. At first, he assumed it was just part of getting older. But when his physical therapist asked what he'd been eating, they uncovered a critical piece of the puzzle. His low-fat diet was starving his body of real nutrition. Many older adults are drawn to low-fat or diet foods because of years of messaging that fat is bad and fewer calories are always better. But the truth is far more complex, especially after age 60, when your body's needs change drastically. These highly processed products are often stripped of healthy fats and essential nutrients, then pumped full of artificial additives, excess sodium, sugar substitutes, and chemical thickeners to make up for lost flavor. The result? a product that might have fewer calories but offers little to no benefit to your muscles, your brain, or your long-term strength. First, let's talk about healthy fats. Your body, especially your muscles and brain, needs fats to function properly. Fats help absorb fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K, regulate hormones, and provide long-lasting energy. When you remove fats from food, you're also removing the body's ability to absorb critical nutrients that play a role in muscle repair and inflammation control. Without those, your body has a harder time recovering from daily activity, and you may begin to feel weaker or more fatigued, even if you're eating light. Then there's the sodium problem. Many diet frozen meals, canned, low-fat soups, or prepackaged light snacks contain dangerously high amounts of sodium. Too much sodium contributes to water retention, joint stiffness, and elevated blood pressure, all of which reduce circulation to your muscles and slow down their ability to heal or grow. Inflammation and dehydration can also lead to muscle cramps and fatigue, making it harder to stay active or even perform simple daily tasks. Walter's daily lunch, usually a low-calorie frozen entree with low-fat dressing on a bagged salad, sounded healthy, but it left him exhausted and unsatisfied. Once he started reading the labels more carefully, he realized he was eating 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium in a single meal and getting only 5 to 6 grams of protein. That's barely enough to support muscle maintenance, let alone build strength. With help from his dietitian, he started replacing those frozen meals with real food: a piece of grilled salmon, steamed veggies with olive oil, and half a sweet potato. He used full-fat Greek yogurt for his dressings and included a handful of walnuts or avocado in his salads. Within just a few weeks, his energy returned, his muscles felt more stable, and he even regained his motivation to resume light strength training. The bottom line? Low fat doesn't always mean healthy, especially for older adults. In fact, it can mean the opposite. What your body needs after 60 is nutrient-dense, whole foods that provide complete proteins, healthy fats, fiber, and vitamins, not processed substitutes made in a lab. Avoid food labels that say diet, fat-free, or light, and focus on quality. Lean proteins, whole grains, nuts, seeds, healthy oils, and fresh produce. So the next time you pick up a light, frozen meal or salad dressing that promises to help your heart or waistline, ask yourself, is this real food that fuels my muscles, or is it just a chemical cocktail pretending to be healthy? In the next section, we'll tackle one of the biggest misconceptions in senior nutrition: whole wheat bread. Many seniors believe it's a smart carb, but most of what's sold today is far from truly whole and could be quietly draining your strength. Stay with us. Number 6, whole wheat bread. Not always as whole as you think. Margaret, a 74-year-old widow from Illinois, was proud of her effort to make healthy changes in her diet. Years ago, she switched from white bread to whole wheat because she heard it was better for her heart and blood sugar. She even started baking her own healthy sandwiches with turkey breast and low-fat cheese. But despite these efforts, she found herself feeling slower, her legs growing weaker, and her energy dipping before lunchtime. Her walking group became harder to keep up with, and even household chores took more out of her. She couldn't figure out why, until her daughter helped her read the label on her favorite whole wheat bread. The first ingredient? Enriched wheat flour. That was the beginning of a surprising discovery. Whole wheat bread is often marketed as a healthy, fiber-rich, muscle-friendly option. But not all whole wheat breads are created equal. In fact, many store-bought breads labeled as whole wheat are made mostly with refined flour and only a small amount of whole grains. The trick is in the wording. Just because the label says wheat or even made with whole grains doesn't mean the product is 100% whole grain. That matters a lot, especially for seniors. Why? Because refined grains act a lot like sugar in your body. They're digested quickly, leading to rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes, which drain energy, worsen inflammation, and contribute to muscle breakdown over time. When you eat a sandwich made with refined bread, even if it looks brown, it doesn't provide lasting fuel or the steady blood sugar your muscles and brain need to function well. Instead, it creates a roller coaster of energy that can leave you feeling tired, hungry, and weak within just a couple of hours. In contrast, true whole grain breads, made from ingredients like sprouted grains, oats, barley, flaxseed, or rye, digest more slowly, provide more fiber, and offer vital nutrients like magnesium, B vitamins, and plant-based protein. These help fuel your muscles, support recovery, and reduce the inflammation that leads to stiffness and fatigue. Another issue with many commercial breads is the added sugar and preservatives. Some healthy wheat breads contain 3 to 5 grams of sugar per slice, along with dough conditioners and emulsifiers that extend shelf life but offer no nutritional benefit. These added sugars contribute to the same inflammation and insulin resistance that accelerate age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, making it even harder for seniors to stay strong and active. Once Margaret understood what was happening, she made a few small changes with a big impact. She started buying sprouted grain bread with no added sugar and made open-faced sandwiches with protein-rich toppings like tuna, eggs, or hummus. She also added avocado or leafy greens for extra nutrients. Within just a few weeks, she noticed her energy was more stable, her digestion improved, and she no longer felt wiped out by lunchtime. Her walking pace picked up again, and so did her confidence. So what can you do? Start reading ingredient lists, not just the front of the package. Look for breads that list 100% whole wheat flour or sprouted whole grains as the first ingredient. Avoid anything that lists enriched wheat flour or includes added sugars like cane syrup, honey, or molasses in the top 3 ingredients. Better yet, consider switching to other whole grain sources like oats, quinoa, or brown rice to vary your carbohydrate intake and avoid bread fatigue. Remember, your muscles need steady fuel, not quick-burning carbs that leave you drained. Choosing the right kind of bread or knowing when to skip it altogether can make a surprising difference in how strong you feel from day to day. In the next section, we'll take a look at a popular health beverage that's become a staple for many seniors trying to eat better: smoothies. But not all smoothies are created equal, especially the bottled or pre-made versions you find in stores. Some may be doing more harm than good. Let's uncover the truth. Number 7, store-bought smoothies, a sugar trap. Disguised as Health Dennis, a 70-year-old retired firefighter from North Carolina, decided to start drinking smoothies after watching a health segment on TV. He wanted to feel more energized, so he began picking up bottled fruit smoothies from the grocery store. They were convenient, labeled with phrases like immune boost, antioxidant-rich, and vitamin-packed. He even replaced his lunch with a smoothie some days, thinking it would help him stay lean and sharp. But after a few months, Dennis began to feel sluggish. He wasn't sleeping as well. His muscles felt sore after short walks, and his balance seemed off. When he shared his habits with his doctor, he was shocked to hear that smoothie might be doing more harm than good. Store-bought smoothies, especially those sold in bottles or juice bars, are often marketed as healthy, refreshing, and energizing. And on the surface, they seem to check all the boxes: fruits, vitamins, maybe a splash of greens. But the truth is, many of these smoothies are loaded with sugar, lacking in protein, and completely missing the balance your aging body needs to stay strong. Let's break it down. A typical bottled smoothie may contain 35 to 50 grams of sugar, often more than a can of soda. And while that sugar may come from fruit, it still acts the same in your bloodstream. When you drink that much fruit sugar without fiber, protein, or healthy fat to slow it down, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Then it crashes, leaving you feeling tired, unfocused, and hungry again. This roller coaster isn't just uncomfortable. It promotes inflammation, insulin resistance, and muscle breakdown, especially in seniors whose metabolism has slowed and whose muscles need more nutritional support. Another problem? Lack of protein. Many store-bought smoothies have 0 to very little protein. Some contain none at all. That's a major issue for people over 60 because your body becomes less efficient at using protein to build and repair muscle. Without it, your muscles weaken over time, your recovery slows, and your risk of falls or frailty increases. Even worse, some smoothies are bulked up with cheap fruit concentrates, syrups, or even artificial ingredients to improve texture or shelf life. These additives offer no value to your body, and they often trigger digestive discomfort, bloating, or blood sugar imbalances. What looks like a simple fruit drink may be a high-calorie, low-nutrient sugar bomb in disguise. When Dennis realized this, he didn't stop drinking smoothies. He just started making them at home with real, balanced ingredients. He began blending unsweetened almond milk, a handful of spinach, half a banana, frozen berries, a scoop of protein powder, and a tablespoon of nut butter. Not only did his homemade smoothies taste better, they kept him full longer, supported his workouts, and gave him steady energy without the crash. Within weeks, he felt stronger, slept better, and had more stamina on his daily walks. If you enjoy smoothies, don't give them up. Just take control of what's in them. Focus on building a smoothie that includes protein, healthy fats, and fiber, not just fruit. Good add-ins include Greek yogurt, chia seeds, flaxseed, oats, avocado, or unsweetened nut milk. Keep the fruit portion modest. Half a banana or a handful of berries is plenty when balanced with other nutrients. And always read the label if you're buying a smoothie on the go. Watch for sugar content, protein grams, and ingredient quality. If it sounds like a dessert, it probably acts like one in your body. Your muscles deserve better than sugar water dressed up as health food. With just a little intention, your smoothie can go from a weakness to a true strength-building ally in your day. Now that we've uncovered 7 so-called healthy foods that might be secretly stealing your strength, let's wrap up everything we've learned in the conclusion and talk about how to take smart, sustainable steps to rebuild energy, preserve muscle, and stay strong for the long road ahead. Conclusion: rethink healthy to rebuild your strength. After 60 by now, you've probably realized that not everything labeled healthy is actually good for your body, especially as you age. In this video, we've uncovered 7 seemingly innocent foods that may be quietly draining your strength. Sugary cereals, flavored milk and yogurt, granola bars, fruit juices, diet foods, so-called whole wheat breads, and store-bought smoothies. These are items that many seniors eat every day, often with the best intentions. But for aging muscles, slower metabolisms, and more sensitive digestion, these foods can do more harm than good. What makes these foods dangerous isn't just the added sugar or lack of real nutrition. It's the fact that they replace better options. When your meals and snacks are filled with low protein, high sugar, or highly processed items, your body doesn't get what it needs to stay strong, energized, and mobile. Instead of building muscle, you lose it. Instead of steady energy, you get crashes. And instead of staying independent, you may start relying more on others for everyday tasks. But here's the good news. You don't need to give up everything you love or go on a strict diet. Small, consistent changes, like choosing plain Greek yogurt over flavored, picking truly whole grain bread, or making smoothies at home, can make a big difference. When you focus on meals rich in protein, healthy fats, fiber, and whole ingredients, your body responds with better energy, clearer thinking, improved balance, and stronger muscles. It's never too late to reclaim your strength. Your muscles are still capable of rebuilding. Your body is still capable of healing. And every food choice you make is a chance to protect your future, one bite at a time. So the next time you see a healthy label on a food package, don't just believe the front. Turn it around and read what's really inside. Ask yourself, is this truly nourishing me? Because when you feed your body right, you give yourself the power to walk confidently, stay independent, and live fully at every age. You're not getting weaker. You're just waiting for the right fuel. Let's make that change together. We really appreciate you spending time with us today. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. It's a simple way to support our work, and it helps more people discover the tips they need to live healthier, happier lives. And if you want to stay up to date, just click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. See you again soon.